from your news leader.
It's Monday morning, and the discovery of a body in Presque Isle State Park has police looking for answers. We have the latest. Plus, an airplane crashes into a Crawford County field over the weekend, sending first responders and federal investigators to the scene. And some big celebrations took over the region this weekend. We'll show you a couple of them.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Monday. It's Labor Day.
It sure is.
I'm Elena LaQuatra. Thanks for joining us. Now, a big weekend for heritage festivals. There was the German Fest, and one of our employees, Dale, is German. He was telling us all about it, and a great time was had by all, from what I understand.
Yeah, doing the music there. Of course, we had the Hispanic festivals taking place, the Erie County Fair winding down, but they're starting up. Spartansburg Fair, Waterford Fairs this week. So we continue with the great fairs and some very summer-like weather.
Yes, some summer weather for those fall fairs.
Absolutely, yeah. No need for the sweatshirt here.
Not yet.
You may sweat, but no need for the sweatshirt.
We'll tell you about those fairs coming up just momentarily. But first, it's new this morning. 2 people are taken to the hospital after fire breaks out in an Erie home. Erie police reported fire in the 1100 block of West 20th Street just before 3 a.m. According to firefighters at the scene, the fire was knocked down quickly, but 2 people suffered smoke inhalation. There's no word on their conditions, but 1 man was pulled from the house by firefighters. The house not severely damaged. Turning to a developing story this morning, a body discovered near Horseshoe Pond on Presque Isle, and police are still looking for answers. The body was discovered Sunday afternoon. State police say they aren't releasing more information yet, since this is an active investigation. But what we do know, the body appears to be that of a man in his 50s. You can log on to yourerie.com for updates on this story as it becomes available. A large fight leaves at least 1 person injured, but it could have turned out much worse. Around 11 o'clock Saturday night, a large group was outside the 500 block of West 18th Street. Police say the drivers of 2 cars tried to drive through the crowd when a fight erupted. Reports from the scene indicate a gun was seen and baseball bats were used in this fight. 1 person was taken to the hospital for minor injuries after reportedly being hit with a bat. Police say 1 person was taken into custody. And an Erie man is in custody following a brief standoff with police. They were called to the 500 block of East 8th Street around midnight Friday for a domestic assault. When officers arrived at the residence, a 21-year-old man had reportedly barricaded himself inside. Police were able to talk him into surrendering after a brief standoff. A woman was transported to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Now to news out of Crawford County, where engine failure brought down a plane near the Geneva Swamp, sending crews rushing to that scene. The plane was reported down about 1:30 Saturday afternoon in a wooded area off Route 285 south of Meadville. And here's a look at that plane. 3 occupants were on board when it crashed, but all refused treatment. State police report that the 35-year-old pilot from Greenville, Pennsylvania, experienced some engine problems and was forced to land in this field. The FAA is taking over the investigation. Also in Crawford County, a fire destroys a barn along Walters Road in Woodcock Borough. The barn and attached garage were reported to be fully involved in fire when first responders arrived. Firefighters from both Crawford and Erie counties were called to the scene because of the lack of fire hydrants in that area. Portable ponds were set up for firefighters to shuttle water to the fire. Your daily commute could be seeing some ups a little later this week. PennDOT will be working on the Bayfront connector between Interstate 79 and the intersection with Sassafras Streets. The work will include milling, resurfacing, pavement patching, and other upgrades. The construction is expected to begin tomorrow and end on December 21st. No detours are expected, but lane restrictions will be in place. There is an ongoing debate about the use of brine water on dirt roads in northwest Pennsylvania. Tara Braddock has continuing coverage.
We brought you this story back in July. Some residents in Rome Township were in support of using brine water because they say it helps keep the dust down from their dirt roads.
Dust is so bad that when you get up in the morning, your computer has always got dust on it.
Meanwhile, Farmington Township resident Siri Lawson says she has been able to link multiple negative health effects to brine water.
They would drop the brine and I would start reacting with an anaphylactic type reaction, allergy reaction. my tongue would swell so my teeth serrated the tongue.
Lawson filed a lawsuit against the Department of Environmental Protection in an effort to stop the spreading of brine water on the dirt roads that she lives on. Some people claim brine water is simply natural salt water, whereas the environmental protection advocacy group Earthworks has a different opinion.
The brine waste that's spread on roads does have high levels of salt and high levels of radioactivity that are often many times above drinking water standards.
Lawson says she believes townships should find other solutions to keep the dust down on the dirt roads.
And the argument boils down to, do you want to inhale and deal with dust, or do you want to inhale and deal with a radioactive, highly toxic heavy metals, chemicals, radiation?
Lawson and members from Earthworks say they want to encourage townships to consult with Penn State Dirt and Gravel Institute to find solutions to settle dirt road dust. Tiara Braddock, Jet 24 Action News.
Now to a safety concern in your schools. Parents say a new policy at a local school might put their children at risk, and they want something done about it. Charlene Hansen's daughter is a 5th grader at Bell Valley Elementary School. Charlene says a new policy at school does not let students being dropped off into the school until 5 minutes before the start of class. The school has installed a new security system, which Hansen thinks is a great idea, but she says the security system can't help if the students are outside.
Well, they're all clustered here together in the open. There's really no teachers out here with them watching them. Just the parents that are dropping the kids off in the morning are the only supervision that they have.
Other parents say this policy is not the school's fault. Some even say that parents may be dropping their kids to school too early. Elizabeth Harding says, I see a large amount of kids get dropped off, and the few teachers they have available at that time basically babysit those kids. Sorry, you can't have free babysitting anymore. I think this new change is a good thing. Let's turn to some good news now. And the St. Mark's Episcopal Church hosting its annual Blessings of the Backpacks. Families with children heading back to the classroom were invited to bring their backpacks or briefcase for a special blessing. Church officials say this effort offers a unique way for students, teachers, and administrators to begin the school year.
Really great experience because it really uplifts the community. It makes people realize that learning is indeed what we believe is holy work.
Tressler says this is the church's way of staying relevant with the world. Hundreds of people will line State Street for a huge event. It's the Northwestern Area Labor Federation's annual Labor Day Parade. And last year, 51 unions representing workers from several different occupations brought everything from a giant excavator to their semi-trucks, even a decorated lift bus. This is the 4th year for the Labor Day Parade, and it's been held in Erie. And before that, the last parade was in 1987. The parade steps off at 10 a.m. at 11th and State Streets and travels north to Perry Square. A local Heritage Fest has been going strong for more than 2 decades, and it continued this weekend. It's the 22nd annual German Fest at St. Nick's Grove. Looks like a great time. The event draws thousands each year. Visitors enjoy everything German, from music to food and, of course, lots of beer.
It's so important to embrace your heritage because so much now is lost, and when the older people die, it just doesn't keep on. So we have to keep people knowing what the Germans are like, because a lot of people don't know. They think of World War II and that's it.
And the Erie Latino Leadership Association hosted the 3rd annual Hispanic Heritage Festival this weekend as well. The co-founder of the group says the event highlights the vibrance and beauty of the Hispanic culture.
I love the part about gathering all the community together and sharing different ideas, vendor-wise, supporting the Latino community.
Their goal next year is to have more participants and even a parade. Members of Erie's punk rock community are coming together in one neighborhood, and it's all to help out the city. It's called the Punk Rock the Block at Scotty's Martini Lounge on Erie's east side. The 3-day-long event featuring free family-oriented activities including music, food, art, and even some voter registration.
Maybe they got a few extra tattoos or some crazy hair. They need to be taken seriously. They're part of the Erie community and every community, and they're coming out in force and showing that that they have true value to this city, how it operates artistically, musically, and politically.
Proceeds from this event are benefiting Serve Erie and the East Bayfront Neighborhood Watch. Fair season almost wrapped up, but there are a couple more you can enjoy before summer officially ends here. The Waterford Community Fair, for example, gets underway today, and this one features live music every night, truck, tractor, and horse pulls, agricultural displays and contests, amusement rides, and best of all, fair food. The fair runs through Saturday. In Crawford County, the Spartansburg Fair kicked off yesterday with a horse show. That fair really gets going today and runs through Saturday as well. The time now is 6:11. Up next, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio has a look at your Labor Day forecast, and Matt Probonic is getting you ready for a tough race.
Happy Labor Day, guys. It's Monday morning. I'm here to motivate you. Get ready for the Barber Beast on the Bay this Saturday. I'll be back with some stretches and warm-ups when we get back.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuantra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie. News is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Get an all-wheel drive Alfa Romeo Giulia or Stelvio. Your choice. 0 down. Only $349 a month.
Watch the Powerball drawing every Wednesday and Saturday night at 11:20 during Action News.
Closed captioning brought to you by Homestead Senior Care.
Weather is brought to you by Afton Landscaping.
The fireplace, an American tradition, providing warmth, comfort, and beauty through the long winter ahead. Glowing Embers Fireplace Gallery offers American-made fireplaces, stoves, and inserts from leading brands Avalon, Lopi, and Fireplace X. Whether you choose wood, pellet, or natural gas, our certified technicians are here to provide expert installation and service. Glowing Embers at Afton Landscape Supply, where tradition and excellence come together.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
It's a muggy one to start out today, but it is dry, at least, as you check things out in our Bob Ferrando Ford World Skycam. This one, of course, in Girard. We are looking west along Route 20. There in Girard, we do have some nice dry roads. Good start downtown Girard, looking nice there from atop the Girard Pharmacy. And temperatures right now on the warm side. No rainfall around the region, unlike yesterday when we had a couple good waves of some showers and storms in the morning. Not seeing that for today. Summit 70, McCain 74, Edinburgh, Laureate 70 degrees. Same for Beckett, French Creek, Penn State, Barron 74, Mill Creek, Kim 77, and 78 for Laureate there in Lake City. We have 71, Woodcock, Burrow, Sagamore 66. John, our other Westmead weather watcher, calling in early this morning at 72. Ed had 71 there, so pretty close. Canada Lake 67. A lot of fog in Chandler's Valley. Linda has 65 degrees out there. We have lots of moisture in the air. Temperatures upper 60s to near 70, so we do have a lot of moisture. However, Futurecast not showing much for the morning. During the afternoon, the winds are going to go more west. We'll get some showers and storms developing with the lake breeze, but they will be widely scattered So keep those outdoor plans for Labor Day. Just watch for maybe a few storms with that lake breeze and maybe just in the heating of the day. After that, though, looks like most of the instability should pretty much stay up in Canada. A few storms may pop up in the heat of the afternoon into tomorrow as well as Wednesday. So on the lake, good place to be today. Wind southwest 5 to 10, then west-southwest for the afternoon. Waves will be a foot or less, water temperature at 75. Hazy sunshine, very warm, humid. Chance of those scattered storms, mainly south of Erie. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. And from your weather authority, more hazy sunshine, hot and humid tomorrow. Temperatures, again, not too far from 90. And the forecast for Wednesday, more heat, more humidity. Chance of more storms before we finally get a break in the humidity on Thursday. Front goes through into the 70s Friday into the upcoming weekend. So here is our picture. This is Heath's picture from Conneaut Valley Elementary. And we got a lot of rainfall with this particular one, along with some heavy downpours. Hopefully it won't rain on your parade there. Thank you, Heath, for that nice-looking picture.
Hopefully not today. I'm sure lots of people are doing cookouts. Now our trivia question of the day.
Okay, the first Labor Day Parade was held in what year? 1882, 1902, 1922, 1942. It's an old time. The answer coming up within the half hour.
Ooh, okay. And let's meet one cool dog in today's Cutest Pet of the Week. That's, of course, thanks to our friends from Country Fair.
Kelly sent us this picture of her dog, Lizzie. Lizzie is beating the dog days of summer. How else, of course? So, well, by floating in the pool.
Is that a giant tomato slice?
It
looks like a tomato slice, doesn't it?
Not sure. Whatever it is.
I wonder.
Dog's loving it.
You could upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find that link on our contest page. And now it's time for Motivation Monday with Matt Probonic.
Today, Matt getting you ready for the Beast on the Bay.
Good morning, Matt.
Hey guys, welcome back to Motivation Monday. I'm Matt Probonic, owner of iRock Fitness and Fitness U. We're talking about the Barber Beast on the Bay coming up this Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great Labor Day morning, and I hope you're going to get out and train a little bit for that run. If you're planning on doing the Barber Beast on the Bay, make sure you get out this week. If you haven't already, get on the sand, run a little bit, get used to it so you're not too sore when the day after the race. Wanted to talk about something really important. This could be your first obstacle event. This could be your first sand run. This could be your first beast. I wanted to let you know the shoes that I recommend. These are the Nike Fury 2s. It's a very, very good shoe for running on the sand. This is what the bottom tread looks like. If you're planning on going out and doing that event with a pair of clunky running shoes, I would encourage you to look at something more low profile, like a Nike low profile shoe. Also, you're going to want to go and make sure you have socks with your shoes. A lot of people think because they're going to be in and out of water that they shouldn't wear socks. But you want to wear socks ankle high or mid height because you got to keep that friction from happening inside of your shoe. It'll kill your feet. We've had a lot of members tell us that they did not have great experiences participating in the event with regular cotton clothing. So this is an example of a regular cotton t-shirt, and this is going to gain sand, it's going to hold water, and it's going to stretch out during your event. If you go with something like a dry fit shirt, like this Under Armour shirt that I'm holding right here, the sand and the water, it just rolls off of it, and you're going to have a much more comfortable day. So we really want you guys to get out and support that great cause. Use these tips, and it's going to make it a lot more comfortable. We're going to be at the start line. Look for the tent. We're going to be giving out free passes, and we're going to have a stretch station where you can actually come and warm up with us before the event. So stick around for the next segment. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that you can use at home when you're getting ready for the event when we come back.
All right. Well, thank you, Matt.
Thank you indeed. Get ready for that beast, baby.
Time now for this morning's birthdays.
In our birthday spotlight today, happy birthday to Marcia Tomko. Marcia turning 63. Somebody's got some sweet corn. Ooh. Hey, that's not a bad idea for your
love
Labor
sweet
Day
corn.
picnic.
Happy birthday.
And happy birthday to you as well. Now, you can't come today. Our station is closed. You can come, but nobody will be here. But you can come tomorrow to pick up your Dairy Queen cake coupon. Here's some other local people, though, celebrating today.
Some say it's the accommodations. For others, it's delicious dining and endless action. Maybe it's the 4-diamond rating. We think the true measure of a great resort is how easy it is to enjoy it all. Seneca Allegheny Resort and Casino. Nothing else comes close.
You're witnessing something very special. A medley of exhilaration, joy, and satisfaction experienced only at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. Getting a deal on the Honda CR-V with a standard rear-view camera is as delightful as it looks. But don't just witness this, my friends. Experience these great deals for yourself.
Exciting, I know.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda CR-V, Motor Trend's 2018 SUV of the Year.
Watch the Powerball drawing every Wednesday and Saturday night at 11:20 during Action News.
Over 600 new vehicles 24/7 at HumesForCars.com.
Humes continues to be the area's Ram truck sales leader. And right now, save up to $11,000 and lease a new Ram 1500 quad cab for only $199 a month, zero down. That's right, $199 a month, zero down. Come pick your new Ram out here at Humes today. Plus, you can always count on our Humes 72-year history, a proven quality service, including a complimentary service loaner. So come see your Erie's Choice award-winning dealer today. We're only 9 miles south of Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Checking these out to Skycam on the Ag Weather segment here. Of course, it's Labor Day. Hopefully, you will take a break, farmers from labors, at least for the day, and enjoy some of the fruits of your labor, perhaps. Our Channel Lock Skycam showing a nice start to the day. A few isolated clouds here and there. Just a touch of fog out at Conneaut Lake. Things are in pretty good shape for this morning. Temperatures right now on the warm side. French Creek 70, 68 reported by George there in Venango Township. Judy, summit temperature holding at 70. Edinburgh, Albion, same temperature. Kim and Mill Creek 77, same for downtown Erie. We have 71 at Woodcock Borough. Neenah and Linesville 69. Ed has 71. John 72. Our Westmead weather watcher 66 out towards Sagertown. Over at Canada Lake, Chandler's Valley, mid-60s. Some good fog at Chandler's Valley, reported by Linda this morning. And good dew points as well. High dew points, light winds, good recipe for some fog. Otherwise, unlike yesterday, we had some waves move through the ridge, and sometimes that happens, and that gave us some good downpours. At least my house from about 9 o'clock in the morning and until about 11:30, and then the sun came out nice for the afternoon. Futurecast showing the lake breeze kicking in, and that could set off a few scattered showers and storms during the afternoon away from the lake and into the early evening hours. So if you have any outdoor plans away from the lake, just watch for those storms. I don't think we'll see any along the lake shore. The winds go south, and they get a little bit better organized for tomorrow, so only a few isolated storms possible in the heat of the day. Ag Visit of the Week, Fennell Farms out there in Harbor Creek, and Tiffany calling in at 77 this morning. Up and at 'em on a very humid one. Fennell Farms is a proud member of your Erie County Farm Bureau, encouraging you to buy local ag. You just can't beat it, and we're looking at some warm, humid conditions. Scattered afternoon storms away from the lake, less than an hour. Humidity 90% or greater for now, about 55% for the afternoon. Temperatures upper 80s to near 90. If you do get any rain, it'll probably be less than 1/4 of an inch. Most of you getting none. Wind southwest at about 5 to 12. More heat and humidity tomorrow with some sunshine. Temperatures again close to 90. Wednesday, similar forecast. A little better chance of seeing some scattered storms in the afternoon. And then we have the best chance appearing on Thursday as the front moves by, and cooler weather for Friday into the upcoming weekend. Updates of that forecast can be found anytime on our website, yourerie.com.
Thank you, Tom. And visitors to Crawford County have some new places to explore. The Meadville Area Recreation Complex hosting a ribbon cutting Saturday afternoon, and that ribbon cutting was for the Eldred Glen Trail. It's a 2-mile-long multi-purpose trail, allowing guests plenty of space to hike in the summer and cross-country ski when the snow flies. This was a community project bringing together business owners and local Boy Scout troops.
Newly redone. They're beautiful. We've got creeks back there that you can check out, and it's just a great
place to get out of the city and walk right in your backyard. And the Catabus runs right here, which is awesome.
As a special treat, the center offered free admission to the public. Kayakers by the hundreds took to French Creek to support a local volunteer fire department. The Venango Volunteer Fire Department held its 9th annual Drift and Dice Creek Float. The floaters start at the Cambridge Springs Carnival grounds and float south to Venango, stopping to play dice along the way. The kayakers with the highest scores at the end win prizes. Organizers say it grows in popularity each year. A group of local churches has band together to break a world record. Members of the East Erie County Lutheran churches set out to set a world record for the fastest 100-foot-long banana split, and they did. The record had never been attempted, but they did it in just 4 minutes and 14 seconds, setting the time to beat. The event also raised money for a local organization.
It's all about doing God's work, benefiting those who need help. And we're going to be building a ramp with Ramps of Hope, and going to be building a ramp to help somebody in need.
The record-setting dessert was made from 19 gallons of ice cream and 30 pounds of bananas. This weekend also saw the grand opening of Round 1 Bowling and Entertainment Complex at the Mill Creek Mall. Round 1 has an arcade, a bowling alley, restaurant, a bar, karaoke, food, so much more. Attendees had an opportunity to play some of the games and enjoy a continental breakfast. The mall's marketing director says Round 1 will fill the void of an entertainment complex here in Erie.
We're very excited. This is such a huge it's a very big deal, not just for the mall, but it also contributes to the Erie community as well, so we're very excited.
Round 1 will be open 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year, from 10 a.m. until 2 a.m. And we will be right back after a look at today's GMA. Stay with us.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the father of Molly Tibbetts, the Iowa college student found dead weeks after going out for a jog, is putting partisan politics on blast. In a scathing op-ed in the Des Moines Register, Rob Tibbetts asked that the death of his daughter, who was allegedly murdered by an undocumented immigrant, not be used to promote various political agendas or advance a cause she vehemently opposed. Writing at her eulogy, I said Molly was nobody's victim, nor is she a pawn in others' debate. His comments a rebuttal to Donald Trump Jr.'s own opinion piece in the same publication, arguing that Democrats had a heartless and despicable response to Molly's murder, writing, they are seemingly more concerned with protecting their radical open borders agenda than the lives of innocent Americans. And we'll have more on Rob Tibbetts' response coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin in relief from symptoms caused by over 200 allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
Whatever their sensitive skin gets into, get it out with All Free Clear. Only All is the #1 recommended brand by dermatologists and 100% free of perfumes and dyes. Now try All Free Clear Odor Relief. Attacks odors, gentle on skin.
All right, I brought in new Max Protein.
To give you the protein you need, with less of the sugar you don't. I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. New Ensure Max Protein and 2 great flavors.
How can we say when you book direct at choicehotels.com, you always get the lowest price in our rooms, guaranteed?
Let's get someone to say it with a really low voice. Carl?
Lowest price guaranteed.
What about the world's lowest limbo stick?
How low can you go?
Nice one, Carl.
Hey, I've got an idea. Just say bada book, bada boom.
Bada book, bada boom.
Nice.
Always the lowest price, guaranteed. Book now at choicehotels.com.
We got each other, and that's a lot for love. Give it a shot.
GMA Day premieres Monday, September 10th on ABC.
From Jet 24, your weather authority, this is your forecast first.
It's 6:30 on this Labor Day. Good morning to you. Skies brightening up and looks like a nice start to the day, including the Meadville area and the Erie Auto Credit Skycam. It is muggy out there here in Erie, 77 at the airport. Dew point is 68, so the heat and humidity of the weekend continue on this Labor Day. Don't think we'll see any significant rainfall except maybe some scattered storms away from the lake heading into the afternoon. Highs upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Heat humidity stay established in the first couple of days here of September. More details in the rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Good morning, Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Monday morning and a man's body is pulled from the waters of Presque Isle. Now the investigation into what may have caused his death is underway. Plus, a man is taken into police custody following a weekend standoff in the city of Erie. We'll take you to that scene. And if you haven't been to a local fair yet, well, you're running out of time.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Monday, Labor Day Monday.
Yes,
I'm Elena LaQuatra. Thanks for joining us. Now, fair season, there's been so many this summer, and there's even more coming up as we head into the fall.
That's right. Yeah, many have gone by, but there's still a few. The Spartansburg Fair and the Waterford Fair begins today. Both will be warm, humid. Check them out and enjoy all the good stuff that our fairs have to offer.
Food, tractor pulls, animals.
Everything. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
We kind of have a laundry list of those fairs coming up for you. And then Tom will have the weather. You're looking for some hot weather for those fairs.
Absolutely.
We have that coming up shortly. But first, it is new this morning. 2 people were rushed to the hospital after fire breaks out in the city of Erie overnight. Erie police reported the fire in the 1100 block of West 20th Street just before 3 a.m. And according to firefighters at the scene, the fire was knocked down quickly, but 2 people suffered smoke inhalation. One man even pulled from the house by firefighters. There's no word on the conditions at this time, and the house not severely damaged. Turning to a developing story this morning, the search for answers continues after a body is found in Horseshoe Pond on Presque Isle. The body was discovered Sunday afternoon. State police say they aren't releasing more information yet since this is an active investigation. What we do know is that the body appears to be that of a man in his 50s. You can log on to yourerie.com for updates on the story as it becomes available. At least one person suffers minor injuries in a large fight, but that incident could have turned out much worse. Around 11 o'clock Saturday night, a large group was outside in the 500 block of West 18th Street. Police say the drivers of 2 cars tried to drive through the crowd when a fight erupted. Reports from the scene indicate a gun was seen and baseball bats were used in this fight. One person taken to the hospital for minor injuries after reportedly being hit with one of those bats. Police say one person also taken into custody. And an Erie man is in custody following a brief standoff with police. Police were called to the 500 block of East 8th Street around midnight Friday for a domestic assault. When officers arrived at the residence, a 21-year-old man had reportedly barricaded himself inside. Police were able to talk him into surrendering after a brief standoff. A woman was transported to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Now to news out of Crawford County, where a single-engine plane crashes into a field near the Geneva Swamp, sending first responders and federal investigators to the scene. And the plane was reported down about 1:30 Saturday afternoon in a wooded area off Route 285 around this location that's south of Meadville. And here's a look at that plane. 3 occupants were on board, but all refused treatment. State police report that the 35-year-old pilot from Greenville, Pennsylvania, experienced engine problems and was forced to land in this field. The FAA is taking over the investigation. More road work is coming to the city of Erie. This project, though, could tie up your commute later this week and for a few months after that. PennDOT will be working on the Bayfront connector between Interstate 79 and the intersection with Sassafras Streets. The work will include milling and resurfacing, pavement patching, other upgrades. The construction is expected to begin tomorrow, as I mentioned, and it's not ending till about December 21st. No detours are expected, but lane restrictions will be in place. There's an ongoing debate about the use of brine water on dirt roads in northwest Pennsylvania. This is continuing coverage this morning. Some residents in Rome Township are in support of using the water because they say it helps keep the dust down from the dirt roads. But a Farmington Township resident says she's able to link multiple negative health effects to this brine water.
Drop the brine and I would start reacting with an anaphylactic type reaction, allergy reaction. My tongue would swell so my teeth serrated the tongue.
Some people claim brine water is simply natural salt water. Some environmental protection advocacy groups say brine water has many harmful chemicals. Now to a safety concern in your school. Some local parents say a new policy at one school might put children at risk. Saida Abbas has that story.
Charlene Hansen's daughter is a 5th grader at Bell Valley Elementary School. She says the new policy at school does not let its car rider students into the school until 5 minutes before the start of class.
Well, they're all clustered here together in the open. There's really no teachers out here with them, watching them. Just the parents that are dropping the kids off in the morning are the only supervision that they have.
Hansen says the school has installed a new security system which she thinks is a great idea, but she believes the security system can't help if the students are outside of the building. Now, this is the area where the children wait outside in the morning, and Hansen believes leaving them unsupervised outside might expose them to things like stranger danger. Other parents communicated to us that this policy is not the school's fault. Some even say that parents may be dropping off their kids to school way too early. Elizabeth Harding says, "I see a large amount of kids get dropped off, and the few teachers they have available at that time basically babysit those kids. Sorry, you can't have free babysitting anymore. I think this new change is a good thing." Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
Let's turn to some good news now. Hundreds of people will line State Street as the annual Labor Day parade gets underway. Last year, 51 unions representing workers from several different occupations brought everything from a giant excavator to their semi-trucks, even a decorated lift bus. This is the 4th year the Labor Day parade has been held in Erie. Before that, the last parade was way back in 1987. The parade steps off at 10 a.m. at 11th and State Streets and travels north to Perry Square. It was a celebration of all things German at a huge event more than 2 decades in the making. It's the 22nd annual German Fest at St. Nick's Grove. The event draws thousands each year. Visitors enjoy everything German, from music to food, of course, lots of beer.
I think it's so important to embrace your heritage because so much now is lost, and when the older people die, it just doesn't keep on. So we have to keep people knowing what the Germans are like, because a lot of people don't know. They think of World War II and that's it.
And the Erie Latino Leadership Association hosted the 3rd annual Hispanic Heritage Festival this weekend as well. The co-founder of the group says the event highlights the vibrance and beauty of the Hispanic culture.
Oh, I love it. I love the part about gathering all the community together and sharing different ideas, vendor-wise, supporting the Latino community.
Next year's goal is to have even more participants and even a parade. Members of Erie's punk rock community are coming together in one neighborhood, and it's all to help out the city. This is an event called Punk Rock the Block at Scotty's Martini Lounge on Erie's east side. The 3-day-long event featuring free, family-oriented activities including music, food, art, even voter registration.
Maybe they got a few extra tattoos or some crazy hair. They need to be taken seriously. They're part of the Erie community and every community, and they're coming out in force and showing that they have true value to this city, how it operates artistically, musically, and politically.
Proceeds from the event are benefiting Serve Erie and the East Bayfront Neighborhood Watch. And Labor Day marks the unofficial end to summer, unfortunately, but that does mean fair season's still in full swing. The Waterford Community Fair gets underway today, and this one features live music every night, truck, tractor, and horse pulls, agricultural displays and contests, amusement rides, best of all, my favorite, fair food. The fair runs through Saturday, and in Crawford County, the Spartansburg Fair kicked off yesterday with a horse show, but that fair really gets going today, and it runs through Saturday as well. Time now is 6:10 and still ahead. A look at your forecast with Tom DeVecchio, and Matt Probonic is helping you get ready for a tough run.
Stick around. Like promised, I'm going to tell you what we can do to get ready for the Barber Beast on the Bay when we get back.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuantra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
At the end of the day, when you love what you do in the workplace, you feel a sense of accomplishment, knowing that it was a job well done. The New Motors family is proud of their facilities, but most of all, their employees. These highly trained professionals take pride in paying close attention to every detail. The New Motors family is proud to recognize these hardworking Americans on Labor Day.
And when you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
As the owner of my family's car dealership, I have worked hard to create hundreds of jobs in our community. And when I saw the government wasn't helping us, but hurting us, I took the fight to Washington. I worked to reform our broken tax code for the first time in 30 years and get the government off our backs. And now we're starting to see it pay off. Workers with bigger paychecks and businesses hiring again because Western Pennsylvania is back in business.
Mike Kelly for Congress.
I'm Mike Kelly, and I approve this message.
It's Boscov's Labor Day sale. Take an extra 20% off this Sunday and Monday only. Our entire stock of ladies' sportswear, dresses, and suits, an extra 20% off. An extra 20% off men's, ladies, and children's shoes and athletic footwear. Extra 20% off entire stock of juniors, girls, boys, and toddlers. Ladies' sleepwear, loungewear, and juniors' intimates, extra 20% off. Extra 20% off ladies' handbags and accessories. And men's Hager, Lee, and Levi pants and jeans, an extra 20% off at all Boscovs.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express.
I've been here in the power sports industry for 16 years now. It's something that I enjoy personally. I'd like to see everybody else that comes in here enjoy it the way I do. So whether it's getting them out on their weekend trip or down to the races, I just like helping them out and getting that stuff done for them.
Right now, get a fuel-injected, fully automatic, four-wheel drive Suzuki King Quad 500 4x4. Camo, only $59.99. That's 25% off. Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
We're getting some nice weather starting out the day. This is our Erie Auto Credit Skycam, this one out of Meadville. Not seeing any fog here, but there could be some areas of fog along some of the waterways as we start out this Labor Day morning. And no shock here, hardly any traffic around as, of course, just about everyone has the day off, work and school, and hopefully you can enjoy it. Some of us still work, but that's okay. Love giving you the forecast, especially when it's nice and summer, like if you have any outdoor plans. If you didn't get a chance to enjoy some of the weather, yeah, there were some storms yesterday morning, but the afternoon turned out nice here in Erie. Yes, our cameraman Dale says, yeah, I was working it. So we're looking at temperatures now in the mid-70s, mid to upper 70s here along the lakeshore, including a 78 in Lake City. Summit, Judy holding at 70. Same for Beckett there in French Creek. McCain, Keith earlier had 74 degrees. Over Woodcock Borough, temperature dropping a bit to 69, 71 the last hour, and mid-60s to lower 70s for Crawford County, and a 65 and foggy for Lindott and Chandler's Valley. There is a lot of moisture in the air. Temperature dew points in the upper 60s, and this front, though, unlike yesterday, it did dip a little farther south in the morning. That allowed some of those storms to move by. It's now back up to where it was earlier in the weekend, and most of the storms again will be along that front. Now some will be possibly sneaking into the region later in the afternoon, and so we'll keep a low threat, particularly away from the lakeshore with the lake breeze, but even then the storms will be scattered. The front will get a little better established to the north of us tomorrow. That'll pretty much keep us dry and just very warm and humid, maybe a few isolated storms in the heat, and we'll keep the high one more day into Wednesday. before this next front finally is able to break the ridge, and that will give us a threat of some showers and storms by Thursday. Your forecast, we're looking at some hazy conditions, maybe a few scattered thunderstorms for the afternoon with the lake breeze. Temperatures approaching 90 degrees for tomorrow. More heat and humidity, highs again around 90, and more possible storms on Wednesday. And the heat and humidity finally break for Thursday and into the end of the week.
You may want to consider moving those Labor Day picnics or cookouts today inside.
We'll see, just in the air
really
conditioning,
hot.
perhaps. And hopefully they won't form a tornado here. Ooh. Seth Berry with this picture, and from Conneaut Valley, big tornado, but that plane is going right into it. You better watch it there, big man. So thank you, Seth, for that rather stormy picture.
Very nice. Time now for the answer to today's trivia question.
Okay, the first Labor Day parade was held in what year? 1882, 1902, 1922, 1942?
Let's just go with 1902.
Okay, it was rather early, and it was a little earlier than that, though. 1882. Yes, the labor movement really started in the 1880s, and that includes their parades.
Wow.
There you go.
That's a long time ago. All right, let's meet one cool dog in today's cutest pet of the week. That's, of course, thanks to our friends from Country Fair.
Kelly sent us this picture of her dog, Lizzie. And Lizzie, being dog days of summer, you said on a sliced tomato. Does that look like a sliced tomato?
I think it's a sliced tomato.
Ellen is convinced that
I mean, it
Lizzie
looks too red to be a watermelon.
Okay, there you go.
So.
Okay. And big seeds.
Big
but either way, Lizzie just enjoying some time on the water.
Oh, very cute, Lizzie. You can upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find that link on our contest page. And now it's time for Motivation Monday with Matt Probonic.
Matt, getting you ready to take on the beast.
Yep. Good morning, Matt.
Hey guys, welcome back to Motivation Monday. We're talking about the Barber Beast on the Bay today. We've been preparing for this all summer long, and on the segment before I was talking about the best things you can do for your foot protection during the event and what to wear. You can check that all out at fitnesserie.com. Wanted to talk about some warm-up movements that you can do to prepare yourself day of that event, because it's a big long run. It might be something that you're not really used to. We want to make sure you don't get hurt. As you're heading down to the Barber Beast in the Bay this coming weekend, we're going to have our Iron Oxygen Fitness tent set up, and we're going to be giving out free warm-ups and things like that. So if you want to go to that station and warm up for the event, we're going to be doing some injury prevention stuff and some warm-ups, so make sure to stop by and see us. But I just wanted to give you a couple of things in case you don't get to see us, what you can do to warm up your upper body. You don't want to stretch before this event. You really want to warm up your body leading up to the very moment that the event takes place. So we want to be talking about everything from your lower body to your upper body, how to best prepare for it. And examples of the lower body would be doing, getting your joints moving. It's very early in the morning. You want to do some heel raises, and you can even find a step someplace around where you're at and do some light step-ups and try to get the full leg warmed up. If you go right into a cold stretch, it's not really going to be the best thing for you. So you want to get into some active movements where you can kind of put yourself into a split position and kind of get a stretch with a squat, kind of like a split squat that I'm doing right now. Remember, heel raises, regular squats are good to do. I brought this medicine ball out because you can bring this in your car day of, and while you're by your car, you can do some things for shoulder rotation. You get that ball going around your head, and if you're near a car or something like that, you can actually use it for your upper body warm-up. So this is the iRock truck, and just as an example, if you can find something like a park bench to do this on, you can put your hands on that apparatus and just slowly go down and then come up. You don't really want to wear yourself out, but you do want to work in a bit of a stretch with it and into an active movement like a push-up or a heel raise or a squat. I want you guys to have a safe day out there. Make sure to stop by the Iron Oxygen tent, and we're going to get you all warmed up. But thanks so much for being with me today, and have a great holiday.
All right.
We shall, Matt. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Matt.
Time now, 6:48. The current temperature is a muggy 77.
And up next, we'll see how some families are wrapping up the unofficial end to summer at Presque Isle. Coming up after the break.
The more you buy, the more you save at the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 7 years no-interest financing. But don't wait. The 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Throughout our community, there are good kids doing super acts of kindness, and they deserve to be recognized.
When you see a good kid doing something super, let us know.
I was able to help people who are less fortunate than me. I feel like it's going to make a lot of people happy and smile.
Nominate your good kid on the contest page at yourerie.com. Good Kid, Mondays during Jet 24 Action News at 6. Brought to you by Superstore Joe and Auto Express Kia.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Jet 24 is your weather authority.
It's the Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Get free Bose noise masking earbuds, a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate, or a 50-inch LED TV with any qualifying purchase. Plus, 7 years, no interest. The Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Log on to yourerie.com every weekday to tell us what you think, and then see the results on the web and Good Morning Erie the next morning. Brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
Get your local news, weather, and sports on demand with a simple request.
Alexa, play my flash briefing from Jet 24 Action News.
Warm and humid, mainly dry, 70 in town, cooler away from the city and the lakeshore.
Flash briefings on Alexa-enabled devices are brought to you by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, an insurance plan you can count on. Don't have an Alexa-enabled device? Enter to win one on the contest page at yourerie.com.
Labor Day weekend means the unofficial end to a great summer.
And that means thousands of people heading to Presque Isle to enjoy what's left of the season.
That's right. Kristen Nielsen spoke with some of those families.
Labor Day is a holiday celebrating the working men and women who keep our economy going. In the United States, it's celebrated the first Saturday of September. In Erie, many families use this time to enjoy Presque Isle State Park. One family, among others, is here to enjoy some cycling.
It's a great place. It's flat, it's easy access, and it's just really a fun place to be. Beautiful scenery and great riding place.
He shares his feelings on summer's end.
Just digging the nice weather we still have, and I like the season, so I'm not sad about it ending, but we've still got a little bit left.
Despite the weather being a little sketchy on Sunday, there's still plenty of families out here enjoying the beach. And for one family, their picnic this year is serving as a sort of homecoming.
We were in Baltimore for close to 15 years.
Katie Nadolny is an Erie native. Her family began having Labor Day picnics when she was younger. She recently moved closer to home, so she's taking time to visit family back here in Erie.
I mean, just to see how the landscape of the beach has changed, and to see how Erie has changed, which is a good thing.
Now she's getting the next generation of her family in on the tradition.
Our twins, they're 2, so it's our first time at the beach here ever. So we're trying to keep on with that family tradition.
Reporting from Presque Isle, Kristen Nielsen, Jet 24 Action News.
You're less than 2 minutes away from today's top local stories.
Now we'll take one more look at your Labor Day forecast.
For 50 years, Value has helped you build, plan, restore, relax, heat, paint, learn, one project at a time. The Sterilite 64-quart latch box is now $5.97. The 18-gallon tote in a variety of colors is $4.97. Save $12 on the Sterilite 5-shelf storage unit, now just $37. 50 years of DIY, one project at a time.
I had a beautiful bride and a wonderful life. We were thinking about kids, and then this hits us. We found out that I had a rare cancer. Historically, you didn't survive from it.
We went through a process of talking to a number of surgeons. We wanted to have the A-team, and at the time, there was nothing out here in California.
One name kept popping up over and over again, Dr. Bartlett at UPMC.
He had an appendiceal cancer, extremely rare. And unfortunately, a lot of patients are told, hey, there's nothing we can do. But we know that we can help them. Because we have this culture of innovation, we're looking for new ways to treat patients like Jim every day.
I've been cancer-free for more than 10 years. I get to see life lived through my kids. I see in both of them the absolute joyful things that I love about my wife. And, that they're here. I didn't choose to have abdominal cancer, but I did choose UPMC.
preparing you for the day ahead. Good Morning Erie to go.
2 people are taken to the hospital after fire breaks out in an Erie home. This headlines our top local stories. Erie police reported the fire in the 1100 block of West 20th Street just before 3 in the morning. Police were in the area investigating another incident at the time of the fire. According to firefighters at the scene, the fire was knocked down quickly, but 2 people did suffer from smoke inhalation. One man even pulled from the building by firefighters. There's no word on their conditions, and the house not severely damaged. A body's discovered near Horseshoe Pond on Presque Isle, and police are still looking for answers. That body was discovered Sunday afternoon. State police say they aren't releasing more information just yet, since this is an active investigation. What we do know is that the body appears to be that of a man in his 50s. A large fight leaves at least 1 person injured, but it could have turned out much worse. Around 11 o'clock Saturday night, a large group was outside the 500 block of West 18th Street. Police say the driver of 2 cars tried to drive through the crowd when a fight erupted. 1 person was taken to the hospital for minor injuries after reportedly being hit with a bat. Police say 1 person was taken into custody. And an Erie man is in custody following a brief standoff with police. Police were called to the 500 block of East 8th Street around midnight Friday for a domestic assault. When officers arrived at the residence, a 21-year-old man had reportedly barricaded himself inside. Police were able to talk him into surrendering after a brief standoff. A woman was transported to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries. Now to some news out of Crawford County, where engine failure brought down a plane near the Geneva Swamp. The plane was reported down about 1:30 Saturday afternoon in a wooded area off of Route 285, that's south of Meadville. And here's a look at that plane. 3 occupants were on board when it crashed. All of them refused treatment. State police report that the 35-year-old pilot from Greenville, Pennsylvania, experienced engine problems and was forced to land in a field. The FAA is taking over the investigation. Hundreds of people will line State Street for a huge event. It's the Northwestern Area Labor Federation's annual Labor Day Parade. The parade steps off at 10 a.m. at 11th and State Streets and travels north to Perry Square. Fair season almost wrapped up, but there are a couple more to enjoy before summer officially ends here. The Waterford Community Fair, for example, gets underway today. The fair runs through Saturday. In Crawford County, the Spartansburg Fair kicked off with a horse show, and that fair generally gets really going today and runs through Saturday as well. Now we turn to meteorologist Tom DeVecchio for one last look at your very hot and muggy forecast for the day.
Well, it should be good for outdoor weather in case you're heading out toward the beach. HumesForCars.com Skycam. You see the sun starting to illuminate the top of the hotel there. And beach will be a good place to go for today. I don't think we'll see any rain. Unlike yesterday, we did have those showers and storms in the morning. Not seeing that for today. Temperatures interior Erie County near 70. Closer toward the lakeshore, mid to upper 70s. And upper 60s to lower 70s pretty much in most of Crawford and Warren counties there. High dew points, a lot of moisture in the air. And futurecast show we may get some scattered showers and storms in the afternoon through the lake breeze and just the heating of the day. Watch for those, but they will again be widely scattered. On the lake, winds will be southwest 5 to 10. Waves will be less than a foot. And the water temperature 76. So very warm and humid for today. Scattered inland showers and storms possible. Keep it warm and humid through Wednesday before it breaks by Thursday. And you can get the latest forecast anytime. Just head to our website, yourerie.com.
All right, our last story, you'll really like it. We're off to Waldameer, where a tradition that's been going on since 1970 continues, and no signs of slowing down.
93-year-old Margaret Carney rides the Wacky Shack each and every year at Waldameer, every Memorial Day and Labor Day weekend. And she did it again this weekend.
Margaret says, keep the seat warm because she plans on being back next year. Look at her. She's living her best life at Waldameer.
Yep. Wacky Shack, of course, built around 1970, so she's been on since the very beginning.
Yeah, they better never get rid of that. Margaret won't be happy.
I don't believe there are any plans, and I'm sure she'll make sure that it stays for a while.
Well, that's all we have for you today. For Good Morning Erie, we hope to see you at noon.
Take care. Have a good day.
watching the home of Jet 24 Action News.